Now at 5, a standoff with the suspect in 2 Joplin deaths ends with the suspect shot. Plus, the investigation into what appears to be a bomb in Webb City. And
the stakes are high with just 6 days to go until the midterm election. I'm Skylar Henry on Capitol Hill with the tight races across the country as President Biden rallies voters here in Washington.
Authorities say a suspect in a Joplin double homicide has shot and killed himself after a standoff. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Joplin police released the names of the 2 people killed Monday night. Police say 35-year-old Eric Stamfley of Grove, Oklahoma, and 35-year-old Stacy Rush of Joplin were found dead in a home at 2216 South Annie Baxter. Today, authorities identified a possible suspect in that case, 34-year-old David Rush of Wyandotte, Oklahoma. According to the Newton County Sheriff's Office, Oklahoma officials began a pursuit with the suspect from Oklahoma into Missouri. That was on Highway 60. The vehicle, they said the suspect got out of the vehicle with a gun and indicated that he was suicidal. After 3 hours, they say that suspect, Rush, shot himself and was transferred to a local hospital where he later died. We have a report now of a possible bomb, or what appeared to be a bomb, in Webb City. The Webb City area is back open now. Police said that the chief, Don Melton, reported a citizen brought the item into the police station. Officers cleared the area and closed down streets. A bomb squad was called in to check out the item. The bomb was determined to not be an active munition. Let's check in with Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be another nice day for us today. Temperatures pretty good. Most of us are mid to upper 70s, and that is kind of where we're sitting now. We dropped off a little bit, lower 70s on the Missouri side, low 70s to mid 70s, Oklahoma, and also on the Kansas side. But the winds have picked up just a bit. Southerly winds at about 10 to 20, and then we've had gusts a little bit higher than that. And the winds are really going to increase over the next couple days. We have pretty much clear skies. We're watching our storm system out west, so we are going to start to get some clouds increasing as we go through the overnight hours tonight. But a good evening, 71 at 6. We drop back through the 60s into the upper 50s later on tonight. All right, the winds are going to pick up. Thunderstorms Friday, some heavy rains in spots. The weekend looks pretty good, so we're going to break it all down for you here in just a bit.
See you then. Charlie 22 Outdoors is a group that provides outdoor activities to our nation's veterans and their families. Since their first meeting in 2017, the group has grown, and now the group has announced it's signed a contract with the Webb City Historical Society and will make the clubhouse its new home office.
I got word that Charlie 22 needed a rental space. I had one downtown in a building I own, but when I heard what they did, I thought, the clubhouse is where they need to be. And so we got the possession of the building from the city back. They had held it for about 18 months for us. And we made arrangements with Charlie 22, and it's a match made in heaven.
Scoot says the group will use the first 2 floors, kitchen, bathrooms, and storage areas. With just 6 days to go before Election Day, the latest CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows Republicans currently in a good position to win a majority in the House, possibly creating a divided government. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
President Biden is set to speak directly to voters this evening during a political rally in Washington, D.C.
The president will continue to speak about the challenges facing our democracy and his enduring belief that America will persevere.
The address near Capitol Hill comes as midterm elections enter the final stretch.
Vote for Herschel Walker. Put me in that Senate seat.
GOP Senate hopeful Herschel Walker campaigned in Georgia Tuesday, criticizing opponent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock.
It is time for us to get leaders in Washington that's going to be a leader, not be a follower, because he's a follower.
Former President Obama is in Arizona to rally support for incumbent Senator Mark Kelly and gubernatorial candidate Katie Hobbs.
The stakes could not be higher.
Hobbs is locked in a tight race with Republican nominee Carrie Lake.
We got to get back on the right road to success, to the American dream.
President Biden is hoping Democrats retain control of Congress, which could come down to key races in Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, and Pennsylvania.
Rest assured, Philadelphians, it will be safe for you to vote.
In Pennsylvania, where Democratic Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman is taking on Republican celebrity Dr. Mehmet Oz, concerns are growing about voter intimidation, including harassment or people showing up armed at polling places.
Your authoritarian, un-American, anti-democratic conduct on Election Day, if it is illegal, will put you in jail.
In a win for Republicans, the state's Supreme Court ruled Tuesday that officials cannot count votes from mail-in or absentee ballots that don't have accurate handwritten dates on their return envelopes. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Vice President Harris is in Massachusetts campaigning for Democratic candidates, while First Lady Jill Biden is in Pennsylvania stumping for Democrats. The First Lady is also expected to attend Game 4 of the World Series. Howard Sfati was a longtime art instructor and activist in Fredonia, Kansas. The community artist passed away 2 years ago, but his legacy lives on. Fredonia Arts Council is hosting an art gallery to showcase the art of Sfati's students. Students from all over the country are submitting artwork and personal notes in honor of their beloved late art instructor.
I even have a person from California say, "Hey, I did this piece. Is in your building. Will you make sure it is hung?" Some were shipped in, or classmates brought them in from New Mexico, Arizona, all over.
Sfati's Legacy Gallery is open to the public until November 16th. Artists from the four-state area join together to learn how to profit from their profession. Missouri Southern State University hosts its annual Business of Art Symposium. Local, like-minded art business leaders presented to artists about how to make money and profit in their field. One speaker, Jill Hallbach with Post Art Library, talked about what it takes to run the library and how students' art can be a part of it.
Over the years, we've had presenters talk about doing art in different shows, outside venues, to somebody who actually helped catalog Elton John's art collection around the world.
The symposium allows the university to cover topics not in the regular curriculum to highlight local resources for creative minds. For these Olympians, it's definitely about the fun of competition, but it's also much more than that. Special Olympics Kansas hosted the Southeast Kansas Regional Youth Bowling Competition today at the Pittsburgh Holiday Lanes. The event features schools in multiple Southeast Kansas counties. For the Special Olympians, events like the Youth Bowling Competition provide a healthy dose of good sportsmanship, a break from their regular school day, and interaction with other members of the community, such as local law enforcement.
That is something that is a Special Olympics tradition, is the local law enforcement. They come out and get to interact with the athletes and kind of celebrate their victories and their accomplishments. So that's kind of a fun relationship and community builder for those people.
It's great, and I'm looking forward to it.
The event not only teaches the fun of competition, but gives the athletes social interaction as well. Still ahead, changing interest rates.
The Federal Reserve makes its latest decision on interest rates. I'm Bradley Blackburn with details on how the Fed's policy is making it more expensive to borrow money.
But first, apps to help with healthcare at home. That's next in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, more companies are launching apps and tests to let patients deliver their own health care at home. Dina Demetrius has more.
When a blood test showed Andrea Somerville's kidneys may not be working well, she was worried. Black Americans have a higher risk of kidney disease.
But I also want to be more proactive on my health end, because dialysis is brutal.
For follow-up testing, her health plan sent her an at-home kidney test called Minuteful Kidney, created by Healthy.io.
Your doctor can see exactly what's going on.
A patient takes a urine sample and uses their smartphone's camera to conduct a test that can identify a specific protein. It's the first FDA-cleared smartphone home test for early detection of kidney disease. Results are available on an app and sent to the patient's doctor.
Letting people getting tested at home at the time of their choosing.
Connected care on our smartphones is growing. As of 2020, 47% of healthcare apps focus on managing chronic conditions with artificial intelligence.
There are now orthopedic joint replacements that have sensors built in. My smartphone could be monitoring for atrial fibrillation.
Jennifer McCaney runs a healthcare innovation development and training program at UCLA.
We're just on the precipice of understanding what those technologies can do for us in healthcare.
Millions of Americans living with kidney disease are unaware. These tests could make a big difference, according to CEO Yonatana Deary.
If this revolution doesn't generate clinical grade value at the patient's home for everybody or near everybody, we would have wasted, a golden opportunity.
My levels weren't as high as they were when I had the test done at the doctor's office.
Giving Somerville reassurance that the dietary changes she's been making are on track. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Health EIO sends free test kits to at-risk patients flagged by 7 U.S. health insurers, including Medicaid and Medicare. The uninsured aren't included yet. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our pet vet on call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we're going to talk about what to do with that leftover Halloween candy.
Plus, we have thunderstorms in the forecast for Friday. We're going to break that down for you coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be another nice day for us today. Temperature is fantastic, mid to upper 70s, a little windier and a few more clouds for us during the afternoon hours, but overall looks pretty good. Nice shot, Indigo Sky, Casino and Resort, of course, Indigo just outside of Seneca, Missouri, but you can see our temps upper 60s to low to mid 70s across the region. We're slowly going to drop back through the evening hours in Joplin, sitting at 74. Humidity is at 46%, but the winds, south winds at about 15. Gusts have picked up just a little bit. So these southerly winds will continue to increase as we go through tonight and then into the next couple days ahead of our next storm system, which is going to roll in as we head into Friday. All right, through the evening hours, we drop back through the 70s, 60s. Eventually later on tonight, we'll bottom out into the upper 50s for overnight lows. We look pretty good, just a few mid and upper level clouds kind of skirting through, but still most of the central plains, not too much going on. Here's our next storm system building out across the western third of the country, and that's going to head toward us as we go toward Friday. So we do actually have a severe threat. This is on Friday, a low risk mainly along and south of I-44, very low risk north of I-44. The timing kind of 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. on Friday. Main threats, wind and hail. Tornado threat, very low. Hail and wind threat, low. The heavy rain threat, at least a moderate threat as this next storm system rolls in. So let's go through time. Tonight, we drop back through the 50s, 60s. Look at the clouds increasing. So this is at 7 a.m., upper 50s to start. A lot of mid, upper level clouds through the morning hours, lower 70s by noon. Most of us upper 70s during the afternoon. It's going to be windy and we are going to have a lot of clouds. Tomorrow night, a few random showers trying to pop up after midnight into Friday morning. Here's 8:30 in the morning. Look at the thunderstorms out to our west. So let's go through Friday morning. We'll stop at noon. Spotty showers for most of us. Western counties starting to get thunderstorms. As we get into the afternoon, thunderstorms increase. Here's 2:30 in the afternoon, Yates Center, Fredonia, Chanute, all the way down toward Bartlesville. Rolls east, 5 p.m., kind of the heart of the four-state area. As we get through the evening hours, mostly on the Missouri side after 7, 8, 9 p.m., most of this will be out of here by the time we hit midnight on Friday night. All right, winds start to pick up. Wind gusts tomorrow, a little stronger than today, about 30 miles per hour. But look at this tomorrow night, winds gusting 40 to 45, so it's going to be super windy as we go through the next 48 hours, so watch out for that. Day planner tomorrow, 61 in the morning, 71 by noon, 75 by 5, high temp right around 78 degrees. And rainfall amounts, something we really need because we want to put a little bigger dent into that drought. On average, we got to see whether these storms line up, but on average, most of us are going to pick up ½ an inch upwards to 2 inches of rain in spots. 78 for us tomorrow, 73. We're going to make it an alert day just with a low severe threat on Friday. The weekend overall looks pretty good. Clocks throw back an hour Saturday night and then a few showers back in on voting Tuesday.
People don't want the rain on their Friday night football games, but we need the rain.
We do need the rain.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, another interest rate hike. First, though, we honor a local veteran. We honor Lawrence Schilling of Deerfield, Missouri. He served in the U.S. Army in France during World War II as part of the 16th Medical Battalion. He received many medals, including a Bronze Service Star, and we're proud to salute Lawrence Schilling, a four-state hero. Topping today's Consumer Watch, interest rates are climbing higher again. The Federal Reserve is once again taking action in hopes of easing inflation. Bradley Blackburn reports.
Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says interest rates have to go up to bring inflation and prices down.
Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve and serves as the bedrock of our economy. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone.
The board is raising a benchmark rate 0.75 percentage point. The sixth increase of the year is an attempt to cool off the economy. Rising interest rates are having some effect. Mortgage rates doubled over the past year and are now at a 20-year high. That's causing home prices to fall. And the average interest rate for a used car is around 9.2%. That has fewer people visiting lots, which is helping build more supply.
Now that the inventory is starting to normalize, the used car prices are starting to come down.
But prices for many other items continue to rise, including necessities like food and electricity. That's why economists predict the Fed will keep raising rates in the coming months, but could ease the size of increases.
There was a mention that the Fed may kind of take a deeper breath, or maybe not raise rates by as much in the next series of meetings to see how those interest rate increases are filtering through the broader economy.
The Fed's ultimate goal is to see the current inflation rate of 8% come down to just 2%. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The Federal Reserve's next decision on interest rates will come next month. New Twitter owner Elon Musk has proposed charging $8 per month for its Blue service, which includes the coveted blue checkmark badge that appears on the verified accounts of celebrities and public figures. Musk says the move is partly to pay the bill and partly to defeat so-called bots and trolls. Our pet vet on call next. The CBS Evening News is next. Then on KOAM News at 6, more on today's standoff with the suspect in this week's double murder in Joplin. Plus, results of a Missouri poll on the U.S. Senate race. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. A lot of us still have plenty of candy that did not go to trick-or-treaters. Today's question for our pet vet on call: is leftover Halloween candy safe for my pet?
That is a big fat no. Although some dark chocolates are actually good for us, most candy is processed sugar and syrup, and it's not good for anybody. Now, a little itty bitty treat, maybe even daily, is okay. It won't hurt anything right away, but the answer is no. If you have any leftover Halloween candy, eat it yourself, but don't give it to your pet.
We invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, you just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here on KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. Look at those ears on the left. The Joplin Humane Society has this female 1 to 2 year old shepherd named Adelaide. They say she loves to cuddle. And from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society, the baggy-eared variety, this male beagle coonhound mix. He's still a puppy. If you're looking for a pet, why not at least check out your local Humane Society? Something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Good night to get outside with the pets.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The wind, it's a little windy out there, but it looks like a pretty good evening. 78 tomorrow. The winds are going to increase. We're going to have winds gusting 30 upwards to 35, and then pushing 40 to 45 tomorrow night. We are going to make Friday an alert day because we are going to get some strong storms. Some of those could be low-grade severe during the afternoon into the evening hours, and then cooling down. But the weekend looking pretty good.
Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. See you then. Let's make it a great evening.